All right, we are seeing lots of fires happen at food facilities. We are seeing a grocery store fire. We are seeing a food warehouse fire, and we are also seeing a food truck fire with millions and millions of dollars of food being destroyed. All right, this is what's happening just in the past couple days in the United States of America. So let's get into what's happening here. This picture is from a massive grocery store fire in Wolfboro, New Hampshire. And you can see this is an aerial shot from a helicopter. And this is a massive fire and putting tons of smoke into the air. And you can see it from miles away here. And what's going on with all of our food facilities? Why are we seeing all of these fires at warehouses and all of these problems? Why are we seeing this? It could just be a complete coincidence. Let me know what you think down below. Or it could not be, all right? Because one of these incidents, the food truck, somebody literally lit the food truck on fire that was for donations and burned millions of dollars of food, all right? So this is another picture from the grocery store. We will get into the food truck and the food distribution processing center that got lit on fire and destroyed as well. They're saying they don't know when it is going to be open. But you can see here another shot of this fire in New Hampshire, all right? And another one, tons of firefighters on the scene, tons of emergency personnel, and they are trying to get this fire out, and this was a massive fire. So you can see here's the details from CBS Boston. It says popular Wolfboro, New Hampshire grocery store goes up in flames. January 17, 2023, just yesterday. And you can see here, crews battled a large fire at a grocery store in Wolfboro, New Hampshire, late Monday night. Firefighters from more than 6 communities were called to help put out the flames at Hunter's Shop and Save on South Main Street, right across from Lake Winnipesaukee. A view from above shows the building completely engulfed in flames and a dark plume of smoke. The family-owned store was completely lost to the fires, officials are saying. All right, so tragic for this community, tragic for the family, and this is happening all over. All right, we had another fire at a dairy processing facility, which caused tons of butter to be melted, and the firefighters and emergency personnel couldn't even get in the building because there's so much melted butter. I know this sounds strange, but this is exactly what's happening at this dairy processing facility in Wisconsin. So you can see here this fire coming from the top that also happened at another food facility, and you can see multiple fire personnel and emergency personnel are putting out this fire, but they struggled because there was so much butter being melted. So here's the article and here's the details. Melted butter spills into Wisconsin canal after dairy plant fire. This is from the Wisconsin State Farmer on January 10th, 2023, just last week. And it was in a very Wisconsin environmental predicament. A dairy plant and Portage went into meltdown during a January 2nd fire that spilled warm butter into a historic Portage canal. As many as 10 fire departments were called to help fight a blaze at the Associated Milk Producers Inc. cheese plant in Portage overnight. And why is this happening overnight? Why are these fires happening overnight? This grocery store one, overnight too. Look, these are all night pictures, all right? Why are all these fires happening overnight as well? It just seems kind of strange, kind of suspicious. And this truck that we're about to get to in just a second, this food truck, they are saying they saw someone light it on fire, and this has millions of dollars of food in it. We will get into that in just a second. And you can see here they needed over 10 fire departments, and I thought this was very interesting. This is what the Portage Fire Chief Troy Haas said, that the butter was the main obstacle to containing the fire. So tons of butter from this dairy plant was melting and trapping the firefighters. Sorry, this sounds like a comedy skit or something. This is crazy. When we first tried to go up the stairs to that port that collapsed, the butter was running down like 3 inches thick on the steps. So our guys were up to their knees trying to go up the steps. and they're trying to drag the hose line, and the hose line got so full of butter they couldn't hang on to it anymore. All right, this is what the police chief is saying. You can't make this up. Sometimes reality is crazier than fiction. You cannot make this up. This is crazy. They were crawling up on their knees to get through this butter, 3 inches thick of butter, and then the hose line got clogged up. It got so full of butter and covered with butter they couldn't hold on to it, and it was so heavy because it was filling up with butter. Their hose lines as they're trying to drag them up there. All right, this is sometimes life is stranger than fiction. All right, it's one of those things. Little silver lining in there. But the bad part is they were saying that this dairy plant is going to be shut down for an indefinite amount of time, and they're not sure when it will be open. All right, let's get into this truck fire here, because this is devastating. And who would do this? This is just like, we just live in a deranged society, I believe, a lot of the times, honestly. So food distribution trailer destroyed. You can see here, massive fire on this food truck, and this food truck was filled with donations for people that desperately needed this food, and over $1 million in food was destroyed. You can bet millions of dollars were destroyed at that grocery, and you can bet millions of dollars were destroyed or are going to be taken offline at this dairy plant as well. All right, so it's just one of these things, incrementalism. If every little thing is only 0.1%, and it's affecting our food supply, it still adds up over time. And it takes a long time to rebuild these facilities, rebuild these grocery stores, all the stuff. It takes a lot longer to build it than it does to destroy it. So you can just see here this food distribution truck that was filled with donations, all right, destroyed by some weirdo, all right? Sorry, but that's what you are if you did this. This is crazy. More than that, but you know what I'm saying. So more than $1 million worth of food wasted as fire destroys food distribution trailer in SeaTac. All right, this was December 30th, 2022. Over $1 million of food was destroyed. It says the fire reached the trailer's diesel tank and caused an explosion. The person believed to have set the fire ran away before fire crews arrived. Pastor Kelly said that he's thankful no one was hurt. He said that he isn't angry at the person responsible, but that the organization doesn't have the money to replace the trailer. Without it, the center will be forced to reduce their food donations indefinitely. All right, this is just, who would do this? Who wakes up and wants to do this? Quote, I know people don't like to say it, but I will say it. We need help, Pastor Kelly said. Pastor Kelly is hoping that people will donate their time or money if they're able so that the center can resume helping as many people as possible. All right, so this is one of these stories where, why does this happen? All right, why would you do this? And they saw somebody light on fire and ran away, and they couldn't catch him before they did it, and it caused their diesel tank to explode on their tractor trailer that they use for food distribution. All right, it's a crazy world we're living in, and it's one of these things where you never know. All right, so start growing your own food. Get seeds. Stock up on seeds right now before everyone realizes, hey, spring's in a couple months and we need seeds. Stock up on it now while online retailers, seed distributors still have seeds. Check out Johnny's, all these other seed distributors, and you should be able to have inventory right now. They should have stock right now. Get stocked up on now. Get stocked up on that now. Learn how to grow your own food. Get prepared, guys. It'll help you cut back on inflation. It'll help you deal with shortages. And it's just a good thing to do. It's a human thing to do to grow food. So hit that like, hit that sub, hit that garden up, hit those seed sides up. All right. And you guys have a big old blessed day. Thank you.